On behalf of the Shapiro Advisory Committee and all the Shapiro credit unions, I'd like to thank all the credit unions and individuals who have donated to the Shapiro Group. As a result of your generous dues contributions and investments in the Community Investment Fund, the Shapiro Group has funded nearly $150,000 in grants so far this year. In March, 42 Shapiro Credit Union CEOs, board members, and employees attended the CUNA Governmental Affairs Conference in Washington, D.C. This record level of attendance was only made possible through the generous sponsorships from participants in the Credit Union Partners for Advocacy program. Another of this year's highlights was the first ever Shapiro Summit in July. This day-long event attracted 49 credit union professionals from throughout California and Nevada and was hosted by the Shapiro Advisory Committee. Thanks to you, Shapiro credit unions have continued to serve their members in the spirit of people helping people.
One of the important parts of what the grants can do for us is they give us the ability to be confident in knowing that we can make some changes and some plans without completely being restricted by the budget constraints. When I found out about the grant, I was able to actually hire a third party she literally came in and tracked everything that we were doing, able to capture the procedures of what we do, and then help me refine and organize all of the policies. We've also taken advantage of a technology grant, and that came at a particularly important time. We had upgraded all of our technology, and we had done a pretty good job, but some of my older things that we tried to use within that new technology upgrade, they just started failing, and it was very quickly, so we didn't have a whole lot of time, and by knowing that I didn't have to worry about stretching the budget or finding some other funds, I was able to go out and immediately get the items that needed replacing replaced.
The biggest instance I can remember right off the bat is in 2004. I inherited a data processing system and file server that, in my personal opinion, would have made most of my members run for the hills in terms of their own safety. The Shapiro Group came to my aid in many ways in that year and stepped up and helped us to invest in an entire new computer infrastructure. The Shapiro Group came to our aid in 2004 and then again in 2007 with allowing us the funds to secure a mediator for strategic planning. The strategic planning has allowed our credit union to stay focused on missions, and one of the biggest missions was to rebrand ourselves and to reimage ourselves in 2007 with the building of our new facility. That also came with Shapiro support as they came to our aid with a marketing grant, which allowed us some additional funds to accomplish the name change from Searles Lake to Desert Valleys. In many ways, the Shapiro Group has been our best friend. It has been not only somebody we could turn to for advice, but also turn to for colleagues, for networking, and for other information.
I would like to say I'm the lucky recipient, but really I'm just the proud recipient of many grants and help from the Shapiro Group. We applied for a technology grant to update with our data processor and put all new hardware throughout our credit union. We are very small, and we are unable to do a lot of the types of big investments without the help of the Shapiro Group. In our case, it allowed us to upgrade with our data processor, which helped us serve our members quicker and in a more timely fashion. We were able to upgrade from dial-up to DSL and make our staff much more productive so that we didn't have wait times, processing issues. I was lucky enough to work with Kathy at the Shapiro Group in order to go to GAC this year for my very first time. It is a very necessary thing for my credit union to be involved with advocacy, but it is also very difficult to be able to finance a trip like that. Kathy was able to coordinate with several credit unions in my area, and they sponsored my trip to GAC.
We have been very fortunate to receive great support from the Shapiro Network, a number of grants that have allowed us to, even as a $16 million credit union, to be a full-service credit union. We were able to implement a home banking and an online bill pay program as a result of a technology grant. We were able to update our automated telephone system, our Call24 system, with a technology grant. We totally revamped our human resources policies and procedures. We were able to utilize the services of an outside consultant as a result of a policy grant. They also helped put us in touch with a large credit union in Southern California, Westcom, who provided a full sponsorship in order for me to go to my first ever governmental affairs conference in Washington, D.C. last year.
I wanted to express my thanks to the Shapiro Group for giving me some assistance with some grants this last year. We were very behind in times in our technology, and we needed to update our system. And I didn't have the funds to bring us up to speed. So I turned to the Shapiro Group for the assistance that we needed to move forward. So we went to the CUSA Service Center, so there was some big expense involved with that. And in addition to that, we needed to update our policies. We were very behind, and we needed to get them current and make sure that we were in compliance and following all the procedures we needed to operate our business on a day-to-day. With the grant for the technology, we're able to assist our members more quickly. We don't spend a lot of hours at the end of the month closing out our books. And again, it's been very helpful to our members because our tellers and our transactions they're working a lot quicker and assisting the members in getting the information out to them that we need.
I just want to thank all of those who have supported the Shapiro Group from the bottom of my heart and from our credit union. We're so thankful for and grateful for the support that we received. We received several grants, a couple in marketing, which really has helped, I believe, the entire industry because we worked with a call center out of Chicago that's contacting Lutheran schools and churches throughout the United States, basically just to raise the awareness of what the credit union industry has to offer. We've also received, in my opinion, to our small credit union, a very large grant for technology, and we just have, in the last month, gotten everything installed and implemented. We've bought 2 new servers and actually 6 new PCs. Had a huge order from Dell, and close to half of it was covered by the grant. $7,500 to us is a lot of money, and we're so thankful. We want to just tell you how much that means to us.
Last year we obtained a technology grant from the Shapiro Group to buy a laptop computer to implement our disaster recovery program. And without the grant, it would have been a lot more difficult for us to obtain this computer. And it's been the answer to the whole disaster recovery question for us. We are now set up with software with that computer, the ability to print checks and carry on business within probably, I'd say, 2 hours. Not only is the computer a valuable asset, but the peace of mind that comes from knowing that we're ready to go on a moment's notice is invaluable. So thank you, Shapiro Group, and keep up the good work.
Hi, I'm Bill Cheney, President and CEO of the California and Nevada Credit Union Leagues. Smaller credit unions are an essential part of the credit union movement. Since 1992, the League Shapiro Group has worked to pool credit union resources in order to help small credit unions operate more efficiently. This effort is an important part of the League's mission, and I appreciate your support in making it possible. As you've just heard, Shapiro grants greatly help smaller credit unions and the members they serve. I also feel that it's vitally important that smaller credit unions be represented in advocacy events. I urge all credit unions, small, mid-size, and large, to contribute to the Shapiro Group and to invest in the Community Investment Fund. Please help the League to keep this important work moving forward, and thank you for watching.